got a treat for you. It's the opening of the NBA season. And thanks for joining us here. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on.
Well, guys, Paul George.
Well, you love that versatility, D.A. Thank you. Tonight, two great backcourts facing off. Brent, how often do you get caught up in a showdown with another guard?
Well, for me, it didn't happen all that much, Kevin, unless I was playing John Barry.
Now
I got fired
right.
up.
I get you.
I think it's amazing when you have these matchups during the regular season and you look at maybe the rhythm of some of these guys coming into the game. Elite point guards, they have the ball in their hands. Sometimes they get caught up in that mano-a-mano duel. And as a two guard or somebody else playing with that player, it's really fun to watch.
You got to check yourself, though, don't you? You got to stay within the bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt that you still want to win the basketball game, but there are moments and minutes where their talent takes over, and that's when the show begins.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Harden out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Paul George, and there's Porzingis, and it's LeBron, and it's the power forward. 5 on the clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porzingis. George with no one around. That one wide left.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Tatum kicks to Westbrook.
Let's get a good shot.
Plays it up and banks it in.
That's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. It doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Russell against Paul. Here's Porzingis. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
And I'm loving the recognition, right? He simply takes what the defense allows. That's a smart move.
And it's Westbrook missing.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. James finds George. No good on the 3.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Westbrook. Durant's got his first points of the night.
KD gets down into the block and little shoulder shimmy and moves away from the defense. No way to get to that shooting window.
And here's Harden for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Good D by LeBron.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
It's good.
Now, there isn't a move that LeBron James hasn't practiced or doesn't know, and he's just setting up the defense right there. Great position in the paint.
Westbrook against Harden. Now here's Westbrook. Defense right on him. Harden with the defensive effort.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Down low. Deflects the pass. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. The wide open look for Durant. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
Well, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Kicks it out to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Over Russell. And it's hauled in by LeBron.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And the shot goes in.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide open teammate.
Well, the big story in the offseason was LeBron's free agency. You knew that there would be a ton of rumors flying around about where he might end up. Honestly, I'm sure he's glad it's over with and can once again focus on the court. And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 15 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
Paul passes to Westbrook.
Left side help. Shooting. Here we go.
To Paul.
Blue. Yep.
Over Russell. And it's off the back rim. No good. And for LeBron, it's really about the media circus, Greg, that surrounds him when he's a free agent.
And boy, it's hard because his free agency is the story in the NBA. Honestly, maybe the story in sports. The decision he made with this team completely shaped and shifted the outlook of the entire league. All other free agents and teams were just waiting to see what he'd do before the dominoes start to fall.
They get it again, and here's Harden for 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. They need this one, and it's sent back by Russell.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
This is when length becomes a massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Second, Chris Paul.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Ball against Russell. Outside, George.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it. Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Got a piece of it. Westbrook kicks to Paul. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. And 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Harden dishes to Russell. Back to Harden. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, LeBron on the alley-oop. Great getting loose on the backside, and what a pass.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Westbrook with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Puts it up from 12. Westbrook, no good.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Now, that might have been a little bit longer shot than what Westbrook would have liked, but this is where he gets a little ultra-competitive.
And here's George for 3. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Gone a meager 106 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Oh, in between game for Porzingis. That one's on target.
Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Jennings passes to Doncic. It's back to Jennings. Puts up a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Jennings has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Walker surveying the floor. Pass to Porzingis. And it goes down 2 points. Porzingis has got 8.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Outside Butler. Finds Simmons. To the left side wing. Doncic. No good from outside.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
There's Beal with the three. He can't hit that time. Gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Passes to Butler. Here's Simmons. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Simmons got his first basket of the night.
And how about the passion of Simmons? Just sticking with it on the glass.
That's a two-pointer from Walker. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And Simmons kicks to Doncic. Outside Butler. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Beasley.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Well, Porzingis in the early part of his career has had some phenomenal first halves of seasons. In the second half has faded. You really just want to see a complete year from Kristaps Porzingis where he can dominate.
That one is no good. 36% in this first quarter trying to get their bearings. Jennings against Walker. Jennings kicks to Simmons. Here's Beasley. Porzingis with the block. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Walker against Jennings. Outside Simmons. The pass to Jennings. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. The shot, no good. And we'll be right back after this. This ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
Toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, to me, the story of that first period was their rebound.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. They've got Bradley Beal. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Brown, and it's Walker in at the 1.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Simmons against Kuzma. Butler in the corner. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Butler's got his second basket.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. He utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
Porzingis passes to Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
Levine's checked in for Butler. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it's Levine that time on the assist by Beasley. Levine's got his first 2 points of the night.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Back to Beal. To the inside. Brown. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And that's where Brown is at his best. A muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Simmons finds Jennings. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Zach LaVine, how he performed last season. He was around 16 points per last year, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Let's it go from 14. Here's Beasley. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Left side, Beal over Beasley. Beal can't get it to go.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Brown missing.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Jennings looking around. The tray. Kuzma pulls it in. Gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. Walker with a clean look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Walker's got 9 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. Brett, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting into training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there'll be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
That one falls.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. James kicks to Anthony. Walker against DeRozan. Unloads from 13. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Durant. Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. So it's the visitors now. Just 5 to shoot. Here's James. The shot, no good. Good D by Westbrook. Gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Durant dishes to Levine. Pass to Westbrook. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Westbrook's got 8 points.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're hitting some momentum, some confidence. Nice play.
Levine against Walker. Kicks it to LeBron. In the corner, George with it. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Get it going.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Pass to Durant. On the wing, Levine. He's guarded by Brogdon. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The rebound by Brogdon.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Floats it up for James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Second is Paul George. Jimmy Butler, 4th.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Back to Westbrook. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Now we get a chance to check out Kevin Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. LeBron against Durant. James kicks to Brogdon. Outside, Walker. Can they get it? Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Westbrook passes to Antetokounmpo. Westbrook against Walker. Porzingis with the block. Tatum against George. Up top, Brogdon. On the wing, George. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Outside, Walker. Back to Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Walker against Westbrook. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
You cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
To the inside. James, the bounce pass. Porzingis finds George. Over Tatum. The shot by George, no good.
Yeah, just not his night so far, guys.
Durant, the pass to Westbrook. And stolen by LeBron. Outside, Walker. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Walker's got 12 points now in the quarter. Westbrook against Walker. Left side, Westbrook. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
It seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. .105 left to play here in the second quarter. James kicks to Young. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Antetokounmpo finds Paul. Passes it to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. It's good. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden scanning the floor. Outside, Russell. A three-pointer off the mark. Outside, Durant. Over LeBron. No good on the last second attempt there. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about a visiting team?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, this is a close game. Every point matters. Right now, they're not getting to the line much. To win this kind of matchup, you got to be the aggressor. You got to be, you just got to be aggressive. Let's just see if they can ramp up their intensity, Ernie.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
And through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Antetokounmpo out there with Durant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
So much speculation last season on where LeBron would end up. The theories of which team would get his services seem to change hour by hour, especially during free agency.
48% from the field. Not bad at all. Russell looking around. He kicks to James. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got his 3rd basket of the night. With LeBron, whenever he becomes eligible to change teams, it is the news in the NBA.
And rightfully so. This is the best player in the game, and whatever team he ends up with instantly becomes a contender. Been to 8 straight NBA finals. You would think the teams getting him are thinking a 9th one would sound good to them.
Holding with it. 5 points in the game. It's good. And it's 13 points for Porzingis.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Westbrook kicks to Tatum. The dish now to Durant. Back to Tatum. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from George. James in the post. Defended by Durant. LeBron passes to Russell. Back to James. Westbrook with the steal. Durant for 3. Tipped away.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
James finds Porzingis. Second chance shot. Tries again. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Outside Durant. Dishes it to Westbrook. Over Harden. And he can't bank that one in. Ball against Russell. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And we're going to see a rotation now defensively of guys going at Porzingis because nobody can stop him. You're going to go small, you're going to go big. Either way, he's winning the battle.
Here's Westbrook. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. George with the defensive effort. LeBron kicks to Harden. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The pass to Paul, trying to get something going, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight. Gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Outside, George. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Deep 2 from Russell. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And great play call. Just so often an initiator, Russell can also catch and fire.
Timeout. And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. We have so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry still at the point guard position does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but 2 of my favorites to watch.
the stats for Simmons. Coming off a terrific season, averaged 15 points a game, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And Simmons slams it in.
Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
James dishes to Beal. Back to LeBron. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you gotta love the things get in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Chris Paul.
One shot.
James, no good on the free throw.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron James makes him as elite as he's been. Of course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Bubba Haddock giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Clock at 6. Count the basket. James has got 6 in the quarter. Gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. DeRozan passes to Simmons. And here's Beasley, guarded by Kuzma. And stolen by LeBron. And they're on the break. Free throw line jump shot, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
When LeBron came into the league, we knew he was authentically more a playmaker than a scorer. So whatever way it takes to get his team to get points, LBJ is good with it.
Beasley against LeBron. Clock at 6. Pass to Simmons. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Simmons got 8 points.
Yeah, and Simmons is used to being in tight spots. So clever at finding ways out of it.
Russell finds James. Ingram against Beal. Smith outside. Pass to Kuzma. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
What strength on the slam from Simmons. Punching it home and sending a real message there.
Outside, Russell. Floats it up for James. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And it's Ingram missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Russell. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 7th assist in the game.
And sliding inside, under control, Russell still just scratching the surface of his full potential.
Here's DeRozan, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
Timeout. Start it.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
for Butler. Great showing for him last season. 4th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Brogdon. And DeRozan sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Splits it up off the inbound. That one good for 2.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. A floater. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit. You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
Inside, Butler with the steal. To the middle, Antetokounmpo passes to Doncic. The rebound by Brogdon. Gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Kuzma kicks to Brogdon. And they're moving it up. Here's Butler. The 19-footer is on the money. Butler's got 6 points.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, just sees the game at another level.
James finds Young. And here comes the break. Here's Butler. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And it's 8 points for Jimmy Butler.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Outside, Beal. 50 seconds left in the 3rd. Over Simmons, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Beal's got 7 now in this quarter.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 6 to shoot. Kuzma against Antetokounmpo. Kuzma can't get it to go. Here's Simmons. 10 points for him. No problem knocking that one down. He's got 12.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The away team, they lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen to Coach Brett Brown.
Let's be great on simplicity.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Bradley Beal is out there with Harden. And there's Porzingis. And it's George in at the 3 spot. Stolen by Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Doncic dishes to Paul, and it's off from three-point range. Has been terrific. 54% on the game. Harden the pass to George. Fires the three. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Paul kicks to Tatum. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Buries it down low.
Giannis scores inside. One of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint. And a strong feel for the attack that time.
A pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
With confidence, 50% from the field so far. Outside Butler. Now, here's Doncic, defended by George. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Jason Tatum.
One shot.
And that one misses. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously, can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
Paul kicks to Antetokounmpo. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Doncic. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. The one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
Ball finds Westbrook. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Walker the pass to Porzingis. In the corner, George with it. Just 5 to shoot. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And a assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night. Gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Harden right side. And the shot is long. Here's Westbrook. Nice D from Porzingis.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Paul laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Walker kicks to Porzingis. A pass to Porzingis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Westbrook double team. He dishes it to Durant. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, for a tall guy, Durant has such dexterity and rhythm on the catch and shoot. It's just interesting to watch.
Inside, it's Solomon to Kumbo to tie it up. And it's laid in by Paul. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Flint.
This is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Walker's shot is off. Gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. To take the lead, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Paul. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So interesting with Russell Westbrook. Never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, it's not going to be a picnic, but they know heading in, it's a game you got to get excited for as a player. It can be a big statement taking down one of the top teams in the East.
Here's James, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. He had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story is hard to believe. Obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point. Was just hoping to get a scholarship, and that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from James. Gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Westbrook. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Ooh, that play was nasty. Durant showing how aggressive he can really be.
Gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. George against Butler. They get a hand on it. In the corner, George with it. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Outside, Russell. Porzingis kicks to George. 4 on the shot clock. Makes it off the glass.
Well, Paul George doesn't get up a ton on jump shots. That time elevated a little bit more and still made the J.
Get it going.
Harden against Westbrook. Over Harden. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Knocked loose, and he stepped in the line, so they turn it over. Gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Westbrook against Harden. Puts it up from 12. Another miss by Westbrook.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
In the corner, George with it. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That first foul.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Team.
LeBron dishes to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Back to LeBron. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Knocked away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Antetokounmpo finds Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Over George.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over. He blocks shots. He's got great hands. He affects a lot defensively.
LeBron's shot is good.
And LeBron James is going to take every crucial possession over. Outstanding shot there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To stop the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
At the line, Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. He's been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
Durant hits them both.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
Gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Right side, Russell. Passes it to Porzingis. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. 9 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. Defense was just okay.
Russell, no good. Gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Yeah, and do you see Chris Paul sweating right now, Kevin? I don't.
Here is Harden. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Not sure. Maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
And there's the pass to Durant. Over James. Good.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
To the right wing. Here's Russell. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Yeah, the leadership skills on display there. Getting it done when it matters most. D'Angelo Russell.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. Westbrook passes to Paul. Sinks it.
And I just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Right side, Russell. Outside, Porzingis kicks to Harden. Back to Porzingis. Outside, Russell. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. 5 on the clock. Outside, George. Three-pointer. Buries the triple.
Timeout. Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Challenge is to get that good look, preferably the guy with the hottest hand.
Westbrook gets to Durant. Fades back.
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. What's your take, guys?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
From deep, Harden.
Oh, he hits it. Just do that.
How about that shot? Incredible.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be talking about that shot for a long time.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. KP, balanced offensive effort tonight. What did you like about how you played?
I think we played as a team. We shared the ball, and it was a team effort today. And everybody was involved. Everybody was playing good offensively, and that's why we were able to come up with a win.
Really looking good at both ends tonight, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.